This month, Dungeon Nytes is partnering with Armada Games to bring you our monthly giveaway. Armada Games, located in Tampa, Florida, has been serving the community for over 14 years, catering to board games, card games, minis, and RPGs. For all you dice dragons out there, they boast the best collection of dice in the city, with over 400 unique sets available in acrylic, metal, and semi-precious stones, including the upcoming Nebula line from Chessex. Shop online now at shoparmada.com. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Dungeon Nytes, our Monday night campaign, a Rime of the Frostmaiden inspired goodness. Episode 10. Whew! Last week, we had the group finally. Well, last week or last session rather, we finally were able to break Teaca out of jail. And by break Teaca out of jail, we mean bribe a starving city that is deprived of food with a magical cauldron that can provide multitudes of food 3 times a day. They were like, take her. So, we took her back. In addition, we had kind of Drethar and Eztia kind of handling that whole transaction while Poppy escorted Teaca back to the White Lady Inn, where they promptly got sucked into a séance from Ronaldo. And that is where we left them last week. Drethar and Eztia had successfully delivered the cauldron to Speaker Waylon and to Prudence in the town hall, and were on their way back. Teaca and Poppy had just started a séance where they were trying to summon the White Lady of the Loch. The White Lady of the Loch. And that's what we're going to pick up this week. As a couple quick notes, we have no Eztia this week, but you will find out why very soon. Also, if you have not yet liked and subscribed and hit the notification icon on YouTube, do the thing, follow on Twitch, and support us at Dungeon Nytes, patreon.com/Dungeon Nytes. So, Poppy and Teaca, you two sitting down at a table in a small room in the White Lady Inn. Ronaldo has coaxed you in to be part of a séance that he does to try and speak with the White Lady. As he sits you down and he begins trying to communicate with her, he beckons to both of you to call out to her. And you do. Oh, you do. Smoke from the burning incense begins to cloud the room. Multicolored lamps and silk noticeably begin swaying in the rafters. Light from the candles begins to flicker, and his head tips back for a brief moment before snapping forward, glazed over white, and you feel the temperature in the room drop dramatically within seconds. You can feel your breath leave your lungs.
Who summons me?
He did. The one you're in. He's the one who wants to talk to you. We're just here to get a drink. This is creepy. I think maybe they don't have drinks here like I was expecting. Oh wait, Mimi. Mimi? Not Mimi. Poppy. I'm with Poppy.
Teaca, what did you do? Let's go.
Questions. 3 questions you may ask.
Okay, how do we get rid of you?
Don't waste my time.
Oh. Okay. You know what? I'm really good at these games.
You anything.
Oh, okay. Let me think about this. Okay. So that guard guy, he was like, and I was like, I'm gonna do something for you because I'm great like that. So he made sure that I could continue singing very quietly, even though he told me to stop completely. And so I'm thinking, maybe for his sake, my question is, why are you doing this crazy winter thing and not letting anybody out?
Confused you are.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I asked the question.
I do not keep those here. Auriel keeps them here. For I am the White Lady of the Loch, and she the goddess of endless winter. 2 questions remaining.
Mimi!
Who's Mimi?
Oh shit. Poppy!
I wish Eztia and Drethar were here. They would know what to ask.
Did you take any notes?
Yes. So, why is Ariel doing this to this town?
And how do we stop?
Simple, stupid girls. You do not stop. You kill or be killed.
Oh.
Why she does this? I'll give you for free.
Okay. It's nice.
Not just to East Haven, but all of Icewind Dale. She will command the night everlasting, growing colder until she can break free and freeze all of Faerun. Her power grows by the day. Little time you have. One more question.
Okay. Mimi! Okay, Poppy, what if we ask where to find this person to kill them? Then we could have somebody else do it.
I think...
Is that a good question? I don't think the ghost is going to wait very long.
I'm just going to step in here. There are various things that you need to know that have been part of this story already, not related to Auriel. You are purely asking about the Frostmaiden, when there are other things, potentially, that you could be asking about. That is the only help I'm going to give you. I will give you a minute to think about it, and then you can ask your last question.
You're asking Teaca to ask questions. It's literally the worst person. She's drunk, and all she can think about right now is the Snow Maiden. And Auriel, because she doesn't know anything.
Poppy has recently spent some time trying to investigate certain things. She might have a better question.
Teaca, just let me think for a second here.
Okay.
As you sit there, Teaca, you notice that on the glass window behind Ronaldo, you begin to see cryptic words appear as if drawn into the frost on the windows. And they are shorthand answers to your questions.
Whoa.
On one pane it says, white lady on the pane next to it. It says, "Kill or be killed." And you can see the third pane frosting over in anticipation of the last question.
I think I asked bad questions. Oh well. Ghosts come and go.
I'm just trying to think of the word, and I can't think of the word to ask the question.
Mime it out, Poppy. Mime it out.
Just talk through it. Talk through it, and then you can ask in character.
Okay. We were tasked to look for the dark dwarves that stole this thing, and I can't remember what it's called, and I'm looking at my notes, and I can't find it because I'm under pressure.
It's called Chardalyn, is the name of the crystal.
Okay.
And they stole the Chardalyn figurehead from
thank you.
the town hall.
We were tasked to look for some dark dwarves that stole a Chardalyn from the town hall. Do you have any idea where this Chardalyn could be and where we could find these dark dwarves?
What?
Teaca,
Maybe
be
ask
quiet.
that.
Be quiet.
Not so stupid. The Grey Ones stalk the streets. East Haven, Caer Dineval, Caer Koenig. You can look at them, but you won't see them. Ill are their intentions. Seek the ruins of Dinev's Rest.
And with that, you're going to see Ronaldo elevate in the air, begin convulsing violently,
Oh no.
and then drop flat on the table.
We should get out of here, Poppy.
Ah. Oh.
Too late.
Man, what happened? And as he kind of comes to, you see the lights around the candles begin to stabilize. The temperature in the room begins to come back up. And Ronaldo is staring at you two. Did you guys, piss her off or something? Normally
She told us
she's
to have dinner time.
not this angry.
It's okay. She told us to have dinner, so it's fine.
Look, I know you're a bard, but I wasn't born yesterday. That's not the kind of advice or answers the White Lady gives.
No, I mean really, she said dinner time. Right? Right, Poppy? Didn't she say dinner time? You asked about some shard thingy bobber and she said dinner time.
Poppy's just shaking her head. She just is really confused at the moment.
Teaca, I need you to give me a persuasion check. Basically rolling deception.
I mean, she's not wrong. 8.
Yeah. Ronaldo is gonna crawl on the table over to you and get about a foot from your face. Listen here. You might be drunk, and I'm feeling hungover, but I still know you're full of ice beak crap. So don't try and pull one over on me. This ain't my first time being a vessel for the White Lady. If you don't want to tell me what she told you, that's fine, but don't insult me by lying to me. You already stood me up once. Seance is over. I need a drink. Ugh. He's gonna hop off the table and make his way back into the inn and kind of walk through the door and leave the door open. Barnabas! I need a drink. We saw the white lady. Man, she was angry. You two are left in the room alone.
Poppy, why did you ask about a shard?
It wasn't a shard. It was a chardolin. And it was a figurehead that we were tasked to help find.
I'm gone in jail for like 3 hours, and you guys suddenly have a figurehead to search for? Like, what were you even doing when I was in jail? You were out getting jobs? What's a figurehead? And why did she say to go to dinner time?
Okay, can we stop for just 1 second? Knight, I put a note in Discord for you.
Okay.
So I'm a little frustrated at the moment.
Oh.
Yeah. So just to kind of relay the information. Okay. So the white lady told you that there are gray-skinned dwarves that can be found around East Haven. Here, I will do this.
Okay. Yeah, the voice changer, I really couldn't understand you.
Yep, that's fine.
So.
See, Dinavin, dinner time. Dinavin rest.
I knew what you meant. I was just... Wow. Oh, boy.
In the ruins of Dinavin rest. You're talking to Teaca here. She heard dinner time.
Teaca, we need to go back up to our room and wait for Drethar and Eztia. So she didn't talk about dinner time. She talked about what sounded like a place. So we need to wait to talk to Drethar and Eztia when they come back.
Let me grab a beer on the way up, because that whole ghost thing has just sobered me up way too much.
Yes, we can grab you a beer, but we have to go back up to the room.
Okay. And she'll go ahead and go out. Party ban! 1 drink to go, please.
Bartman's gonna look at you, Poppy.
Please give her a beer so we can go to our room. And will you please get something for Ronaldo? I'll pay for it.
You brought a ghost to the room. Why would you give him something for that? That's like not kosher.
Teaca, hush.
Okay. Beer, please.
Bartman's gonna give Teaca a really kind of awkward side eye, like, are you sure?
I just saw a ghost, Bartman.
Teaca!
Oh. Sorry.
Bartman, please give it to her so we can go to our room, and then just please get Ronaldo what he wants to drink.
Ronaldo's already got a big goblet of mead sitting there.
I'll pay for his mead.
Bartman's gonna put a big old mug on top of the counter and slide it over to Teaca.
Thanks, Barty. Have a good night.
Poppy's grabbing Teaca's arm, and I'm
Bye, Barty.
ushering her quickly up to the room.
Well, you guys make it up to the room. We're going to cut back to Eztia and Drethar out on the street. It's dark. by now. Very dark. Seems unusually dim for this time as well. Street lamps and windows don't appear to be illuminating the street as clearly as it had been in nights previous. The cold is biting. Feels like as soon as the sun goes down, the air is almost unbreathable. Like you can feel your lungs crystallize as you inhale. Drethar, as you kind of get about halfway between the town hall and the White Lady Inn, you realize you don't hear Eztia talking anymore.
Drethar is going to turn around, kind of start looking around, and he's going to just call out to Eztia. Eztia, are you there?
Drethar, as you turn around, you are enveloped in darkness. And you can see nothing. You hear slight footsteps around you for a moment, and then they're gone.
Does the darkness still affect me?
I just wanted to see if you wanted to try and do anything, or if you're just going to try and ride it out.
I'm going to try to head in a single direction, kind of to the side, to the left of me, to try to get out of the darkness to see if I can at least get out of it.
Sure. So you begin to kind of feel your way and pick a direction and just start walking. Within about a dozen steps, your vision comes back and you're able to escape the darkness. You're on the other side of the street, and as you look around, you see nothing. There's no one.
Can I try to see if I can see any type of footprints or anything?
Sure. Give me a investigation check.
$21.
You find footsteps in a cluster about 30 feet behind where you were before. They lead back kind of towards the eastern edge of town. And you find more tracks in a circle about a good 20 to 30 foot radius from where the darkness was. And those seem to lead north.
Can I tell how large the footprints seem? Like if they came from possibly man or possibly dwarves?
They seem to be a little bit of a more let's say humanoid. Dwarves are technically humanoid. More of a human-sized footprint. You can distinguish probably a good 4 or 5 of them. Different sets.
Since I can't see them or see where they are right now, and all I've got to go on is the footprints, but I see that there's at least 4 or 5, Drethar is going to just pull his cloak tight and rush as quickly as he can over back to the inn.
You burst into the inn. You see Bartabin standing behind the counter, a few patrons eating dinner. Ronaldo is sitting at the bar, grasping his head over a mug. Bardaban looks up at you.
Drethar, is something wrong?
It seems to be, Bardaban. Do you know where Teaca and Poppy are?
Yeah, they had a run-in with a ghost and went upstairs.
Interesting. Hopefully it was a different kind of ghost than what I seem to have run into.
Where's Eztia?
That's my problem. We were coming back, and then suddenly it was dark and she was gone. I found footprints, but I need Teaca and Poppy.
They're up in their room.
Thank you, Barnaban. I'm gonna go with them, and hopefully we can bring Eztia back. Or that Drethar is gonna just start rushing up to the room.
As you start to go up the stairs, you hear Bardaban behind you.
Everybody out! Closing down for the night. Out with you. Don't eat, just leave the money on the table. Get out of the inn. I'll see you tomorrow. Out! Out, 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 out.
And he starts shoveling everyone out of the inn.
Even you, Ronaldo, go sleep it off. Go. Go, 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 go.
Or that Drethar is gonna just run into the room, not even try to knock on the door. He's just gonna open the door open and just run inside and look for Teaca and Poppy.
Well, hello then. You're being fast. That's weird. What's wrong?
Where's Eztia?
Someone took her, and I found footprints, but I'm gonna need your guys' help. Hopefully. Okay, maybe I'll just need your help, Poppy.
Teaca,
How come?
you're actually how much of that have you drunk already?
She's probably had just a couple sips.
Then you've had a couple sips to realize that it's water.
I'm fine. Bardaban's been sobering me up.
Thank
Pretty
God.
fresh water though.
Teaca, if you come with us, you're going to have to try to be quiet. Don't be as loud as you normally are. These people seem to have attacked us in silence. They seem to be good at being sneaky. If we're loud, we might find ourselves attacked and not even know it.
Drethar, what happened? Can you tell me what happened?
We were on our way back after giving them the cauldron, and when we were halfway back here, it was completely dark. I couldn't see, so it seems to have been magical. Because normally I can see within the dark, but within that moment, I noticed I could not hear Eztia anymore. When I got out of the darkness, all I could find was footprints. There was nothing.
One set of footprints or two?
Multiple. There was at least 4.
So she didn't just run off. Well, okay. Well, let's go try to find her. Also, we saw a ghost.
Yeah. Drethar, I don't know if this is going to be related or not, but... Okay, so... Ronaldo was doing a séance, and the white lady of the inn showed up through Ronaldo. And one of the things that she told us is there's these dwarves that are stalking the streets, but they're invisible.
Really like dinner, so maybe we should bring food.
No, stop, Teaca.
We
Okay.
need to get after Eztia, so if we can get to the
Yeah.
point, please.
And she
What's
said
that
that
hell?
they hide on the town ferry, and then something about the ruins of Dinavi's Rest. It had nothing to do with dinner, Teaca. It sounds like a place. I'm not sure where this is.
You two get ready then. I'm going to go talk to Barnabin downstairs, see if he knows where this Denev's Rest is. The ferry, I don't believe they're there anymore. I've talked to the owner of the ferry, and he says that he believes they were there, but he hasn't seen any sign of them. So I don't
And they
think
have
that'll
gone back with Eztia?
And could the owner of the ferry be telling the truth?
He could be in on it. And she's going to grab her jacket. Let's do this. I'm no...
Teaca, stop.
Yes.
Let's let Drethar go talk to Bardaman.
Okay. Well, we can come with.
get ready so we waste as little time as possible.
I'm ready.
Are you just going to run outside wearing what you're wearing now?
I just put on my jacket and I have my bag and here's my sword. We're good. Let's go.
If you say so.
I'll take the water with me.
While we're doing this, talking to Bardaban, if you could, Teaca, can you warm up all our canteens of water? That'll at least help
sure.
us.
Hand them to me.
And
she'll...
if you can, find some coals. If you can warm those as well, we can at least wear them in our pockets. That'll help warm us up as well.
The fire. I got this. And she'll start rushing down the stairs past him. Little pause and go straight for the fire. Noticing right away that it's very empty, but not really carrying that much. So pop over to the fire.
Poppy's getting dressed in her warmest clothes and making sure she's got everything.
Drethar will just go stop by his room just long enough to grab his pack, but then he'll head downstairs and he'll go to the bar and try to see if Barnaban's there.
When you go down to the bar, you don't see Bardaban. He's not there. But a moment later, he comes walking down the hallway, dressed in a huge fur coat with an extremely large axe over his shoulder. Not like a battle axe, but like a firewood cutting axe, though a bit larger than normal. He's a fairly large human. I'm helping.
I don't have a problem with that right now. I have a question. This might be the work of the dwarves, and apparently during this séance that happened here, Poppy and Teaca were told something about they were hiding in Denev's Rest. Do you know where that is?
Yes, up north.
How far is that?
A ways. If they've gone that far, that's going to be at least a 2-day journey.
Joe, we'd need dinner.
You think the dwarves took Eztia?
Well, the footprints I saw went north and then some went east. But the dwarves we know have been working out of the north from what we've gathered. And we have been investigating them, so that could be who took them.
Take me to the prince.
Okay, I can do that. Drethar will just kind of wait for a moment, wait for Teaca and Poppy to get ready. But he'll wait near the door.
I've got the water skins nice and warm. If we're going somewhere for a long time, we should probably grab food, but we can always come back. We should probably hurry as quickly as possible, because, they couldn't have gotten that very far in like 5 seconds, right? So let's go.
Poppy's coming down the stairs and asks Bardaman if there's food that we can bring with us.
Bardaman doesn't say anything. He just goes back behind the bar, grabs a few small bags, and hands one to each of you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Barty.
Thank you. Now, if this is everything, let's go. I'll take you to the tracks, and we can see what we can find. And with that, Drethar will just open the door and start heading out.
Poppy follows.
Bartman
Drethar,
leaves the white lady in, kind of shuts the door behind him, and you see him kind of take out a rather large key and lock the front door. Let's go.
the whole time we're moving, Drethar will kind of keep an eye out, trying to see what as much as he can possibly see to make sure that we don't possibly get ambushed again. And then he'll head over to the tracks where he last saw them.
They're still there. The wind has blown them over a little bit, but for the most part, they're still there.
Barnabas, this is where I was when we seem to have been attacked.
You see Bartman kind of kneel down, looking at the tracks. These ain't dwarves.
Yeah, they seem to be human-sized, but maybe they were working with the dwarves.
What about these over here? Did you see these before?
Is he talking about the ones to the east?
He's actually in the opposite side of the street.
No, I did not. I was too much in a hurry to get back to Teaca and Poppy to try to get back.
You said there's tracks that went to the east and to the north.
Yes, last time I looked, yeah.
Looks like they doubled back and headed west. And he kind of takes you kind of down the road just a little bit, and you can see that they headed east down the one street, and then they came back across the road and kind of connected with that circular pair that you found around, and then peeled back off towards the frozen lake to the west.
Is there anything out there nearby that they could hold up in or hide in?
No. If they went that way, it's just the edge of the city and then into the wasteland. Although they could be taking the road.
Can I take it that you're a pretty good tracker then, Barnabas?
Aye.
Then we will follow you. If you can help track the tracks down and lead us to them, hopefully we can catch up to him and possibly get Eztia back.
I'll take us to the edge of the city, but if we don't find her, then we're going to need help. Wandering out into the wastes on our own is a death sentence. Especially getting this close to nighttime.
Who would help us?
Speaker. Maybe she could lend us some mounts. Few axe beaks would make all the difference.
I do know we are supposed to be getting some axe beaks from her, but I don't know if they're ready yet.
Well, let's see these tracks and see where they lead.
That works for me.
I agree.
Bartman leads you kind of all the way to the west. You end up seeing the frozen lake rather quickly, and you double back past the White Lady Inn on the edge of the lake. Moving further down around the ice, you take a turn to the east. As Bartman stops at the edge of town. Tracks end up here. My guess is they're taking the east way. And if that's true, then they're probably on their way to Bryn Shander.
So it looks like we need to go see the speaker, see if we can try to get those X peaks sooner rather than later.
Agreed.
I think
He
that's
starts-
a good idea.
He just turns and starts walking back towards the town hall.
Drethar kind of takes one last look out and then just shakes his head and starts heading for the town hall.
Poppy follows.
Same with Teaca, she's been just kind of following along, kind of confused at what's going on.
Bartman starts almost like a half jog now that he knows where he's going. He seems-
Drethar will keep up. He won't try to run past him. He'll kind of take a flanking position and just try to keep an eye out.
Within not much time at all, you approach the town hall. Bartman kind of pounds open the door. Seems awkwardly quiet. He stops in the middle of the entryway. It's night, but it shouldn't be this quiet. Be on your guard.
Where are the guards?
Good question.
Oh no, Jonathan. Okay, let's totally be quiet. Let's totally be quiet.
Something's not right.
Well,
Bartman.
it's
Good?
well, it's bad that the guards are not here. Sadly, they're the least of our worries. If we can help them, we will, but let's try not to jeopardize our search for Eztia. Let's try to see if the speaker's here. If not, hopefully we can find out what happened. Or if for some reason this place is under attack as well, hopefully we can stop it and get to the speaker in time. I have a bad feeling about this, so be on your
Something's not
guard.
right. Something's just not right, Drethar.
But now let's be quiet. Let's just sneak on through here and try to find the speaker or whoever we can.
You want to give me some stealth rolls?
Sure.
Let's go. Let's see how sneaky you can be.
The water is kind of working with Teaca. She rolled a 15.
12.
16.
You're able to kind of make your way through the admin room. There's no sign of Nims or Prudence. You push your way further into the main kind of hall area. Once again, seeing the large figurehead missing from the statue. Roped off. Looking down the hallway, you see no one. There's no guards. Nothing. You look across the way to the speaker's office. Her door is open.
Drethar will kind of quickly but quietly move up to the door and try to peek in.
Drethar, when you peek in, you see a disheveled mess. There's a bookshelf that's completely toppled over. There's papers strewn everywhere. Furniture seems displaced, much like some type of altercation happened in here, and the cauldron is gone.
Drethar will just kind of sit there and say to himself, someone must have learned about the cauldron. Poppy, Teaca,
What? What's going on?
it seems someone attacked here as well. The speaker's office is a mess, and the cauldron's missing.
Oh no. Where's the speaker?
Do not know. Drethar is going to try to, after that, just sneak into the room and try to just look around, see if he can get any clues as to if the speaker's in there or if there's any signs of what happened to the speaker.
You don't see any blood or anything that stands out beside just chaos. Beyond that, you hear Bartabin call to you from out in the main hall area. Hey. I think I hear something. Do you hear it too?
Drethar will try to listen.
That's all of
Poppy's
you.
trying to listen.
I got 20 perception to try to hear it.
Okay.
That's 4. Let's see here. 11.
Okay. Drethar, you immediately pick up on noise. It seems to be echoing from kind of behind you. Teaca, you hear the noise too, and you kind of look over and pinpoint that there's a hallway with steps that leads down. And you feel like that's probably the source of this noise.
Guys, I feel like it's coming from these stairs over here. Bartman, do you know where they go?
That's the official holding cells.
The official holding cells. Different from the ones I was held
You were in prison?
in? Long story. Tell me about it. It was an accident. It wasn't me.
Just kidding. I know.
Oh. Okay. My reputation precedes me. But, so these are different.
Yes, these are the main cells.
Is there somebody down there we should be worried about?
No.
Oh, okay, then let's go. And she'll pull out her sword.
All right, Teaca,
Great.
as you lead your way down the steps, Bartaman's going to walk right behind you with his axe at the ready. Drethar, Poppy, what are you doing?
Drethar is going to get his swords out and ready, and he's just going to sneak down the stairs after them.
Poppy's gonna follow.
As you walk down the steps, the sound gets louder. At first, it's almost like a disembodied set of voices. As you descend down the first flight, the stairs turn around and go back in towards the building. Further down, as you reach the bottom, you can see a large hallway that opens up to cells on either side. You begin to hear pounding coming from a door at the far end of the room.
We're coming. I don't know if we should be, but we're coming. And she'll kind of trot towards there with her sword at the ready. Who's in there?
Teaca, when you get there, you just hear this loud banging and muffled noise. You can't really hear the sound that well through the door.
Is there a way to unlock it from this side?
The door is currently barred. But yes, you can remove it.
What do you want to, bet that this is the speaker all tied up and not who we're looking for? Who's going to kill us?
I doubt it's the person trying to kill us if they seem to be muffled.
Good care. Okay. And she's going to go up and lift the bar, and with one arm ready, she's going to really quickly put the door open and like, stay back.
As you open up the door and it swings open, you see 2 guards fall flat on their faces that were leaning up against the door.
Huh?
They're tied up, hands bound to their feet. You see 4 guards all together and the speaker, gagged. Speaker, let me come help. Get the guards.
Okay, I got it. And she'll start using her
Poppy
sword to
starts.
slice it.
Untying the guards as well.
Drethar will kind of keep and watch out while they're doing that and kind of take a defensive position.
See the speaker. Thank you, Bartman. Men came swiftly, took the cauldron. That bitch was with them.
Which bitch?
Was it Nim's secretary?
Prudence. I'm pretty sure she was with them.
I didn't know it.
She was working with them?
She certainly was mighty friendly. And left with them. I can't believe she would do it. She was with me for 3 years. 3
Where's
years!
Where's Nims?
Nims went home for the day. It was just me and Prudence in the office. Next thing I know, it was dark. And then I felt people trying to grab me, so I fought back. Next thing I knew, I was overpowered and tied up down here with the rest of the guards.
Wait, it was dark?
Yes, dark.
Poppy's gonna look at Drethar to make sure he heard this.
Drethar definitely kind of acknowledges that he heard it. Speaker. I don't know of many people that could do something that. Did you see anyone that caused it to become dark?
No, it was so fast. But why? Why would they take the cauldron? I mean, I know why they would take the cauldron, but why would they take the cauldron? She knows we need that to feed the people here.
Importantly, why leave you alive? To tell us this. I mean, now you know she's a part of it, so why not just kill you?
I don't know. It's a great question. One I would love to ask her, but where would she go? Where would she go?
I think we might know. But we need mounts.
Where do you think she went? And how would you know?
We talked to a ghost, don't worry about it. But we think we may know where she went.
What? Does she make sense to anyone?
Speaker, don't worry about what Teaca's saying. We followed some of the tracks because they took Eztia as well. And according to Bardaban, they seem to have been going on the east way towards Bryn Shendar. So
East way.
They might be there.
They could go any way from the east way.
Speaker.
East way. She's kind of ignoring you, pacing, but go ahead anyway.
Speaker, can you tell us what Prudence may have been saying to these men that may help us? Anything at all. What she may have said. Any acknowledgments?
Such a stinging betrayal. How could she do this to me?
I know.
Oh, snap out of it. Tell us what we need to know so we can get your cauldron back.
I will happily put you back in prison.
Teaca.
Fight me.
She's going to slap you.
Teaca.
Dear
I'm
girl,
sorry, Speaker.
You cannot imagine what I'm feeling right now. You running your mouth is not helping this any. You've lost a friend. I've been betrayed by a friend. And we've lost one of the most precious things that we could possibly have during this entire ordeal that could potentially save the town from starvation. I need to think. Eastway. Eastway. Why the Eastway? I mean, that's the way to get to everywhere, but why the Eastway? Where would she go? Goodmead? No, that's too close. She wouldn't go north. Where would she go?
I'm sorry, Speaker, to ask again, but did Prudence say, I mean, anything at all, no matter how insignificant?
She didn't say much. And she didn't say anything that I heard during the attack. But I do remember. She mentioned family. Where? Where did she mention the family? The family, where's the family? Think, come on.
Would Prudence have talked about family to Nims?
Potentially. Targos.
Targos?
She said she had family in Targos. Targos is beyond Brinchender on the Eastway. I bet if she went anywhere, she went to Targos.
How long would it take to get there?
Days. Especially in this weather. If they had mounts, potentially quicker. I would assume if they were in a position to completely overpower all of my men in this town hall and kidnap Eztia, that they probably have resources well enough to have them. They're probably long gone by now.
I don't think they're gone far enough, though, for us not to hunt them down. We need to get our friend back, and we need to get you back that cauldron. So any support would be appreciated, and we will make sure we will do our best to bring back your friend who betrayed you, and then you can ask her any questions you want to find out if you want why she did this or anything else. But we need to go after her.
There are 2 axe beaks behind the town hall. Take them and go.
Thank you.
I'll see
Thank
to
you,
the guards
Speaker.
here and wish you good luck. I want her alive.
We will do our best to bring her back alive.
First the figurehead and now this. Can't take much more tragedy. Please, hurry. Go.
With that, Drethar will just pull his cloak up and start heading back out towards the front and out to find the axe beaks without saying any other words.
Poppy's grabbing Teaca and dragging her with.
Bartman's right
Beacon
behind
comes pretty
you,
easily.
Drethar. Oh, now we know where we're going.
Yes, this is a start.
Here, I'll show you where the axe beaks are. And you go upstairs, and as you go upstairs and you look to your left, there's a side door. Bartman points through there, kind of smacks the door with the butt of his axe, and it kind of swings open. It leads to another hallway with another door towards the back of the building. As you open it, once again you feel the breeze and the chill kind of bite at your face. But there are 2 axe beaks tied to a post there.
Drethar will kind of go up to the axe beaks and just kind of check them out. Kind of go up to them, rub one of them on the side just to see how friendly they are.
They're a little unsure of you, but not wholly unfriendly. Bartman walks up to one of them, kind of touches its beak. You 2 take care of these 3. I'm too heavy. I'll slow him down too much. Teaca, Poppy, you can ride one. Drethar, you can ride the other. Go faster with just you. Go find her.
We will. Thank you for trying to help us as much as you could.
I hope you find him so I can help you even more. He starts kind of writhing his hands around his axe and then lets it kind of fall to his side. I'll be back at the inn. Come and find me when it's done.
Poppy's gonna run up and hug Bartman and say thank you.
He's going to give you like a half hand to the back. Very like tersely. You can tell that he's just seething with rage. Go. Go now.
Drethar just going to jump onto his axe beak and start getting ready to head out. He'll leave a little bit, but he'll kind of turn around and wait for the other two.
Front or back, Poppy?
Poppy's gonna hop on the other one.
So front. And Teaca's going to get on behind her.
Big spoon, little
Patting the
spoon.
beast.
These axe beaks, when you kind of hop on them, it's almost it's like the same sensation as riding a horse. You immediately kind of are a bit higher than maybe you thought that you were, and it gives you a different perspective. These creatures have rather wide backs that are, at this point have saddles on them, but are typically covered in very thick, heavy feathers. You can see why it is that they must be used out here in the cold. They have very kind of wide, sparsed out feet with just a decent amount of webbing, but not completely through them, which kind of gives them a nicer ability to be able to walk on the snow. Their necks are extremely thick and not too long, but certainly when you're sitting are taller than you, with the signature axe-shaped beak to them out in front. As you give them a light squeeze with your heels, they begin to move.
Where to? We'll follow you, Drethar.
Well, it seems we are heading past Bryn Shander, and we're heading to apparently where Prudence has family. And that'll be our first place to look.
We know how to get there?
We follow the east way, as far as I know.
Eztia had our maps, didn't she? All right. Well, I'll follow you. You're our best bet.
Yep.
And with that, Drethar is just going to kind of kick his axe beak and get it moving and going down the east way.
You make your way down what is essentially kind of the main street that leads out of town, Drethar. Doing so, you kind of pass the last houses and see this deeper carved path than the rest of the snow. Freshly covered by new snow, but still fairly distinguishable. You follow it. You ride on the axe beak. Cold even more biting than normal, as the wind chill freezes your face even more. Luckily, you have the warmth of coals in your pockets and bladders of water to keep your bodies warm. But it's everything that you can do to keep the frost from biting your face. As the snow begins to fall even harder, and you ride for what can imagine to be an hour or two, you come to a crossroads. In the middle of the crossroads, you see a lump covered in snow.
What is that?
I don't know.
think I want to know.
You two stay on your axe speak. I will get down and I will figure out what it is. And with that, Drethar will just start to dismount his axe speak and try to quietly move up to the mound to brush it off.
Drethar, you walk up to this mound and you realize that it's a humanoid shape. On its side, face down in the snow.
Drethar will kind of make sure that he's somewhat blocking the view of Poppy and Teaca, and when he gets up to it, he'll kind of start brushing the snow off it to try to get an idea of who or what it is.
As you reach down and you try and brush snow off where the head would be, the first thing you see is red hair.
Drethar's going to continue trying to block the view, and then he's going to brush off some more to try to get a look at the face.
As you continue to brush more, you see that this hair is flowing out of a hood that's up over the head. As you kind of rotate the body, which is cold to the touch, you see Eztia. Her face pale.
Drethar's going to sit there for a moment. He's going to swallow hard. And then he's going to look over, see if she has any of her stuff on her. Like her bag that had the maps or anything.
Around 3 feet away, you see another little lump with an exposed strap.
Drethar is going to quickly turn to Poppy and Teaca, and he's going to try to deceive them. He's going to tell them, Poppy, Teaca, we need to go back to town. I know where they're going, but we're going to need help. I'll catch up with you. I just need to take care of a few things here. Make sure our tracks are covered, and then I'll catch up with you. But go back to Barnabin. We're going to need his help.
Why? Why the sudden change?
Drethar, what's going on?
There's more of them than we can deal with by ourselves. And Teaca, sorry, but you're not the most stealthy, so I don't want to get ambushed by a large group.
That's valid.
We're going to need Barnabin's help. He seems like he at least can help us. If not, he knows people who can.
Okay. Mimi. Poppy. I guess we better head back. I mean, it's probably better we get more people anyway.
I agree, but Drethar, who is that?
It's a who?
It was one of the people from the speaker's place, but there was a note. I know where they're going. Just go back to Barnabin's.
Oh. Okay.
I'll meet you there shortly.
Poppy's gonna reluctantly leave. She's looking at Drethar like something's... She knows he's not telling her everything.
Teaca's easy to deceive, unfortunately. She's completely doesn't even realize anything's wrong and just kind of like leans against Poppy and ready to go back to town.
You're going to be coming back, right?
Yes, I will be back shortly. I just want to make sure I take care of this and make sure I cover our tracks and make sure there's nothing else here. I will be back as soon as I can. I shouldn't be much further behind you.
Poppy again reluctantly turns her mount with Teaca and starts to go back.
Who do you think we can get to help us?
He said to go to Bardaman and tell him that we need more help. And
Okay.
and then when he comes back, I'm sure he'll tell Bardaman more on what's going on.
We probably should have asked him where the note said, but I trust him. He's been through a lot with us and he's stuck around, so it must be trustworthy.
As they get out of view, Drethar will kind of just stand there. And then once they're out of view, he'll go about brushing off the rest of the snow. He'll get into his pack and he'll pull out the fur that he had from the giant cat that attacked us when we first got to Icewind Dale. And he'll put it over Teaca's body and lift her up and put her on the back of the axe beak.
Estia's body.
Freudian slip.
Yep.
Yeah. But he'll put it on the back of the axe beak, and then he'll search around the area and look for her bag and see if there's any other clues.
As you look around the area, you're able to find her pack. Most of her stuff is in it.
Is her axe here at all?
After a bit more looking around, you are able to find her axe.
Drethar will gather that as well. And then he'll look. Do the tracks still go in the direction that they thought they were supposed to go in?
Yes.
Or
the tracks are continuing to head kind of in a northwest pattern.
Drethar will then get on his axe beak and start making his way back to town. But he'll make sure that when he does get back to town, he'll pull the axe beak up near Barnaban's out of sight so he can let Barnaban know. He wants to try to keep it from Teaca and Poppy as long as possible.
All right, well, you get yourself back to town. Teaca and Poppy, are you right back to the inn?
Yes, Poppy goes right back to the inn with the axe beak. Pounds on the door to get Bardaman's attention because he locked up. Hopefully he hears them.
After your third hit on the door, Poppy, it just swings open.
Bardaman, Drethar sent us back. He says that we're going to need more help than just the three of us. He was taking care of something and covering tracks and said he would be coming along to tell us what's going on and to talk to you further.
Poppy, as you kind of took a step into the tavern, Bardaman's sitting at one of the tables near the stage where the fireplace is. Still has his axe resting up against his leg with his head kind of down. Did you find her?
I don't know. Drethar found something or someone. I don't know, but he sent us back to tell you what's going. This is all we know right now. But he's on
He said
his
there
way
was
back.
a letter.
Yeah, he said there was a note. So he's going to come back and talk to us when he gets back. He just thought it would be better to cover the tracks before he came back.
Hope he comes back soon.
Me too.
He said to get help. Do you know who we can call upon? He said we'll need help to go get Eztia, so we better get people now. I mean, the longer we go, the more likely it is we can't find her.
It's going to be hard to arouse people this late at night, and it's going to be futile to do so. You all should rest. First thing in the morning, we'll go talk to the captain.
No. That's too late. She was kidnapped. The longer we rest, the farther away they'll get. There has to be someone.
Teaca, they're gone at this point, and there's no use riding out there at night.
We're going to be no good if we're not rested, not fed, and end up getting lost in the middle of the night.
I guess they would have to sleep too, so it makes sense. I just hate the idea that she's out there.
Me too.
Well, hopefully when Drethar gets back, we'll have more information, and then we'll get a good night's sleep. I will get up early, really early, because, you know, we gotta find her, duh. So I'll be up really bright and early, promise. You won't even have to wake me. Well, okay, maybe you might have to wake me, but I will wake up without complaints.
I'll see you in the morning then. I'll wait here for Drethar.
Oh, I'm waiting too.
Fine by me. About a
Poppy's
minute
waiting.
after that conversation, Drethar, you make it back to the inn outside.
Drethar will get off his axe beak. He'll kind of park the axe beak somewhere a little out of the view of normal people. And then he'll go in to the inn and look around. He'll notice Barnabin and Teaca and Poppy there.
Drethar.
Barnabin.
What's going on, Drethar?
They said you found something.
Found the one thing we probably did not want to find.
What did you find, Drethar?
Is this a riddle?
I found Eztia.
Oh, that's good.
Drethar?
Where is she?
She's on the back of my axe beak.
Oh, bring her in.
Barnabin gets up and walks outside.
We'll make sure we get some honey biscuits. I'm sure she has her honey. Wow, that was easy. Who knew she'd be so close? Where'd you find her?
Drethar. Drethar, something's not right.
A moment later, you see Barnabin walk in holding a large fur with Eztia inside. Her head hanging back, hair dangling, looking pale.
Drethar, what happened?
They must have killed her. Maybe she fought back. but they dumped her body.
No. Poppy's gonna look at Bartiman. Poppy just kind of goes whiter than she normally is.
Bartiman walks her body over and lays it down on the stage next to the fireplace.
Eztia?
As he begins to look her over, and she lies there, cold. He takes her hand.
This is not a very funny joke.
Poppy starts walking towards them.
As he's holding her hand, he leans down and puts his ear to her chest.
Wait, I can heal her. And Teaca's gonna run over to her and place her hands on the chest, trying to use healing word. I can heal her. Why is it not working? Why is it?
Bartiman opens his eyes. Teaca, he grabs your wrists and puts them directly over her chest. Because you have to do it here.
Okay. And she'll cast healing word.
You need to
Cure wounds.
roll. No. You have to roll to heal. How much healing do you do?
10.
Teaca, as you kind of have your hands moved over Eztia's chest, Bartiman kind of pulls the fur away. You can kind of hear it crack with how cold it was frozen in place. And he gives you a look. And Teaca, as your hands kind of sit right on Eztia's chest, emitting a green glow. You begin to feel a faint boom, 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 boom.
And as she feels this, she's going to cast healing, cure wounds again.
At this point, Poppy's walked closer to Drethar and just kind of grabbed Drethar's arm.
11.
Once again, you see the green kind of flood over Eztia's torso, stretching out further and further along the sides of her body. And you begin to see color start to return to her face.
And again. And she's just basically casting and casting and casting with every bit of her will. And just tears at this point are running down her eyes. And she's blubbering basically as she's casting and just seeing the glowing light. At this point, she doesn't even realize the sound of her heartbeats there. She's just doing everything she can to keep trying to bring her back.
Bardabin takes one of his hands off your wrists and puts it on your back. Teaca.
I don't have anything else in me.
Look.
I don't want to.
Look.
Eztia?
Give me a medicine check.
$17.
As you're able to stem your tears with the help of Bardabin's composure, you examine Estia's body. You can see color has returned to her hands, has returned to her face. You can visibly see her chest moving up and down as she breathes in and out. She's alive.
She's breathing. Estia's alive. Estia's alive. Hurry, get warmth.
She's exhausted, and she's unconscious.
Poppy's crying. Can we bring her upstairs to put her to bed and get her covered?
Bardabin kind of puts one hand under her legs and one hand under her shoulders and lifts her up and carries her upstairs to your room. Puts her in the bed. I'll go get more blankets.
Yeah, at this point, is going to crawl into bed beside her, using her body heat and just kind of wrap it around Eztia and do what she can to warm her up. Casting prestidigitation on a water bottle that she kind of puts between them.
Bardabin comes back a minute later and adds a couple more blankets onto the bed. You can see he's got a little shimmer in one of his eyes.
We almost didn't make it.
Drethar, what else did you find? What I don't understand.
Doesn't matter right now. The tracks continued on. Just stay with Teaca and Eztia.
Who would do this? Why?
We're gonna find out.
Okay. I'll stay with her. I'll rest. And I'll cast it again. And again. And again. Until she's okay. Until we can have our biscuits again. Honey.
For now, it might be better if you both just sleep in the same room with her. Make sure this doesn't happen again. Once she's better, we will make sure we get back everything that was taken from us.
Poppy's gonna go grab some blankets and bedding off from the other room.
Teaca, Bardaman kind of comes back after another couple moments with probably the largest cup that he has in the entire tavern. And it's filled with mead. Here.
Is that what I think it is?
Yep.
That's gonna help me sleep well tonight. Thank you. And she's gonna take it and just kind of sip it, kind of calming herself down as she leans into Eztia and then beds down for the night.
As he walks away, you're just going to hear him. No, thank you. He's going to shut the door on his way out.
As Poppy's coming out of the other room, she sees Drethar and Bardaman, and she's going to insist to Drethar, tell me, what is going on?
I don't know, but someone kidnapped Eztia and kidnapped and stole the cauldron. And Prudence seems to be involved, so we will find out from her what's going on.
Are you telling me everything you know?
Yes.
Can I roll a perception check just to make sure?
Sure. Do insight. Mm-hmm.
Insight? Okay. Let's see here. 17.
You want to give me a
Deception?
competing deception? Or you can not if you're not trying to hide anything.
There's nothing more to hide.
Yeah, Poppy, you can see immediately that he's telling you the truth. You don't get any sense at all that he's lying to you. In fact, all you feel from him is a seething anger, which is probably more emotion than you've seen from Drethar, probably ever.
Drethar, promise me you won't keep anything from me, okay? I may be inexperienced, but I'm probably a lot stronger than you realize.
I will say, I will do my best not to keep anything from you. And you don't have to worry about me thinking that you're weak. I'm traveling with you for 3, and I definitely do not think you're weak. Otherwise, I would not let you watch my back.
Poppy's just going to look up at Bardaman and give him a nod. As she walks by Drethar before she goes into the room, she's just going to look at him again, touch his arm, and then go into the room.
Drethar is just going to kind of sit down there in the main room for a bit. But eventually he'll make it up to his room. And he'll get into his bag and he'll reach in for some paper and start writing a note.
Okay. Night falls. Even darker. You can hear wind whipping and see snow racing across the windows. and you fall asleep. You wake up the next morning to the very bleak and dim dawn. And Teaca, you look over at Eztia, and her eyes are open, looking at you. And we will end there for tonight. No, don't turn off the camera. This is the good stuff.
Me too. I meant to unmute. Oh my god, I had tears. Literal tears down my face. I smeared my makeup everywhere, man. If I'd known, I wouldn't have wore eye makeup.
Damn, Drethar. Just not even saying anything.
Check.
She's
Also,
cold.
didn't even check.
She must be dead.
She must be dead.
Look, I'm a rogue, not a cleric.
I don't have medicine.
I don't know what the hell to do. Hey, at least you did wrap her up in a fur. That was a nice, good move.
Mm-hmm.
Good move.
If she was actually dead, I didn't want them to see it because they'd react emotionally, and that would cause us more problems.
I definitely did not react emotionally. I was stoic the entire time as Teaca. She handled it very well.
Don't worry, Drethar was a little stuck in between when you first said it was Eztia, that he was either going to give them the body and tell him to go back and get Barnabin and then meet him at the location, or he was going to do what he did. But you figured he'd better do it this way.
It's probably a good call.
That was intense.
Mm-hmm.
What happened if I didn't heal her? Did we just lose Eztia?
I mean,
Maybe.
Magic coming back?
I mean, we'll find out next week on Dungeon
Oh my
Nytes.
God. You're killing me.
I'm sorry, but
I
not
wanted
at
panic.
all. What's up, Wanted?
Oh.
All right, fam, that's going to do it for our episode or session this week of Rime with the Frostmaiden. We love your faces. If you are catching this on the YouTubes, make sure that you're hitting the like button, hitting the subscribe button, and the notification icon so we kept up to date with all the awesome videos that we have going on. Also, if you want to support us on Patreon, it's patreon.com/Dungeon Nytes. For as little as $5, you can do the thing, become a member, get early access to videos, and additional tiers can get access to maps, which we just posted for February, a nice tavern 2-story with an original file from Dungeon Draft, as well as other good goodies moving forward. That said, we love your faces, everybody. We will catch you next time. Bye-bye.